Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, we got back from plow day, and on Saturday, today's Monday, but we got some stuff to do now with the yanmar. We gotta flop the disc. From being up from doing cornfields, I gotta flop it, so that way I can do some plowing for some customers and get that done, so I can do some gardens. Then we got a sticker that we need to put on the back of the seat. Then we got some bolts under the plow to hold the plow on that we need to tighten up. We got this square nut, and we got another square nut down here we need to tighten up. So this came loose on me on Saturday. Then after we get done with that, I gotta pull this cover off and fix the throttle on it because it kept throttling down by itself. So I got some bolts I need to tighten up on it. And then after we get this done, I got a gravely to work on back there. And currently, there's no power at the farm today. So it makes for extra fun time because I came up here this morning, I had power, came back here this afternoon after going back to my farmhouse to get some work done. I came back, no power. But it is currently not that pretty of a day out to be having fun farm time. So I'm going to try to do this in the dark, which I got one door open, two windows open, I got the big door open. So we're going to see what all we can get done with no lights today. So let's first get started on trying to get my sticker put on the back of the seat. So we got a nice fireball sticker. There's a purpose behind that because the original owner of this tractor was burnt, because that was my pap. He owned this before me. He bought it brand new. Then last hunting season I got caught on fire, so both owners of the tractor now have been on fire. So we got a lovely fireball sticker to put on the tractor. So my brother-in-law from Top Notch Tractors actually got a whole bunch of these stickers made up for me. So, since a lot of people know me as Fireball now, and know the legendary yanmar, because the only one like this around here that goes to all the shows and that stuff we go to. So we're going to stick one on the back of the seat. So we're going to try to get this done. Let me find a good spot to put the camera here, so it's out of the way, and you can see me do this. Not really good spot to put cameras around here at the farm, apparently. Let's see. Put you down here. Yep, you can still see it. So we're going to take some wet water wet water and a towel. Clean the seat off first. Get all the dust and that cut off from working with this tractor. Clean it up. Alright, now we got the sticker put on. Looks pretty good on the back of the seat right there. So, next step is you flip the disc around. So to do that, all it just is you undo this nut, You gotta loosen the clamp up back here. So you gotta make that loose. Then this will slide up and it'll flop around. So let's get to doing that. So we got the disc set up. How it needs to be. At least that should be. We won't find out until we take it up and start testing it up in the old tomato field. So, and I realized I forgot, but we got to tighten these two bolts back down. I forgot they came loose on Saturday, so while we're messing with the plow, let's go ahead and get this tightened up first. So, need my socket and a wrench. And gotta remember what I did with my impact. Somewhere around here. Somewhere in the messy workshop. I know my impact battery's over here because I had it on charger. Because I was using it on the chainsaw the other day so I can make this. I got tired of bending over trying to mess with this gravely. So I built a stand so that way I can put the gravely on top and not have to ruin my back. So still have a whole crap mess to clean up from that. But that's a different day problem. Which I found my impact just in the pile of mess under the workbench. It's difficult doing stuff one-handed sometimes when you're trying to do it with a camera. So, we're going to get the plow tightened up. And we got those two bolts on the back to make sure they're tightened. Then we can start playing the throttle. apparently my 24 socket for my impact's gone missing out of my toolbox, so let's go see if it's in one of my other piles of tools from working on crap around the farm. So it's not with the tools I was using on the truck. So hopefully it's in the old truck. If not, it ain't gonna be fun trying to figure out what I did with it. Apparently not in my old farm truck. Oh, this is gonna be a fun day. Apparently, yes, the old truck is up on ramps so I can do some work on it. Because it got a bad motor in it. Not in my bed. And yes, I know this cover is way too short for this truck. Because this cover isn't even supposed to be on this truck. I just took it off my other truck over there. Off my red one. So I could use it for work. The haul stuff. And I just stuck it on this one to see what a cover looked like on it. But there will be a toolbox put in this at some point. I just haven't had the time to go up and buy a new toolbox for this truck. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Can't do this one-handed. Fun joys of old trucks. When you get the old hood. So apparently it's not down my engine on this truck. These old trucks are set up where the hood latch is in your grill, not in the truck, like all these newer crappy cars. So apparently my 24 socket's gone missing, which I know it's not in my new truck from work. My new truck to use for work because it got cleaned out yesterday, so it's somewhere in the fun joys of having a farm workshop. Because there's my 24 socket that ain't in here. That's what happens when you share a shop at the farm and you can't lock your toolbox. So apparently it ain't on my workbench anywhere. So, oh. Found it. I forgot I used it on the Gravely for doing the spark plug on this. So, yeah, that's major fun, and trying to do stuff one hand is more fun and entertaining some days. So, we're just gonna touch you down there. You can look at the 710 for a hot minute. Yeah, it's project number 1 turned into project number 2. Project number 3 is in a different location down a different garage, so I can do some mowing for clients. That's project number 4. This one isn't getting spark. It's got gas. I just gotta figure out why it's not getting spark. The 710. It needs a lot of stuff done to it. I gotta fix the gas tank, get new battery. I gotta get a spark plug for it. Gotta get a new carburetor. I gotta get this electrical piece. And there's one more electrical piece I gotta get. And that's another project for a different day. That one I gotta tear the back end apart where the red tire hinds are so I can redo seals on it. Figure out why it's leaking. But back to Old Faithful. Let's see if we get this thing down and get it going so I can get some flange done. Alright, let's get these two square nuts thing down the back. Now we got both bolts on the plow tightened up. So we got these two square nuts down here on the back I showed you earlier. We got that one right there and that one right down there we got tightened up. Get them tight so that way this piece don't fall off while I'm out plowing for the customer. Let's see if we can get this done. So apparently for the last one we gotta get the plow up. Alright, we got those tightened up now. So that shouldn't come loose while I'm out doing work for customers. So we got those two bolts tightened up now. Now, let's get to figuring out why the throttle keeps kicking down. Now my brother-in-law told me that there's a couple bolts that need tightened up when he looked at it. Because I haven't had much time to be looking at stuff with work and having school. So the only time I've been getting is Easter, is when we're stuck on a holiday. So to take this panel off, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts. There's supposed to be another one there, but that one hasn't been there in a long time. So let's get this panel pulled off and we'll see what we're looking at. Alright, we got the panel pulled off. So now what we gotta look at is these 2 cables here. Which, this one should be for your throttle. Yep, that one's your throttle. And this lower one is your fuel shut off cable. Which, a couple years ago I had to replace the throttle cable, so it's a little loosey-goosey. So let's see what we can do about trying to figure out why it's loose. He told me to look at this bolt down here, because you can clearly see I shouldn't be able to do this with the cable. So we're gonna pull that tight, see if that fixes the problem. Then he told me back in here, this is for your throttle, for your lever, to check to make sure the bolt back here is tight, and a couple of these down here. So we're gonna look down in here, and we're gonna look at these bolts down here. So it doesn't look like a 10. So let's go see if we can find what happened to my sockets. Which, not in here, so they're out the square body. Need all my little fraction sockets. Those Casey lights are going to be going on the square body soon, maybe. If I can get the engine done this summer. Those might be getting mounted on the bumper. If not, I'm getting LED light bar going in front of it. Yeah, there's just some neighbors that aren't happy at me, and I'm not happy at them. So, what are you gonna do except for get some LED lights to irritate them? So that looks like it's fixed now. Doesn't seem to be trying to idle itself down just by hand. So let's make sure this bolt's tightened up in the back here. Then we'll fire it up, see if it tries to do it when it's running. So let's get this panel put back on first, so that way we can call it done. Alright, I wasn't even paying attention to the weather outside. But apparently it's raining now, so yeah, I think I left the windows down in the truck, so let's go put those up and get back to work. Oh yeah, I left the windows open, and that's fantastic. My seat's nice and wet, and the inside of my truck's nice and wet. Okay, doesn't look like rain got to my school computer, but did get the inside of my truck wet. Yeah, fun. So let's run back in the barn and try to get this tractor done. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be out testing it today because the rain moved in. Let's just put this seat up so I don't get a wet ass. I have to put it back in the barn later. Power's still not back on. Alright, let's get this finished up. Alright, so we got that put back on. Hood latch down. Gotta sit here and put the glow plugs for a while. Seeing it is diesel, and I haven't had it running enough today to have the engine warm where I don't need to use them. So, that's the fun of when you have a diesel. You gotta use glow plug when it's cold. So it is going back to still doing its weird where it idle itself down, but that's fine as long as I get it running and have it run for a little bit, holding the throttle. It'll stick where it'll actually keep itself full throttle. But that's the fun, entertaining part of today. So catch you all next time.